Bom dia a todos. Eu sou
Good
Marcelo,
morning,
sou do Ourofino
everyone. My name
Saúde
is
Animal.
Marcelo,
Quero
and I'm
dar
here
as
to talk
boas-vindas a
about
todos ao
uh,
nosso call
animal
de resultados
health.
do primeiro trimestre de
And I would
2025.
like to welcome everyone
Vou
to
passar a
our
palavra
first
para o Kleber
quarter of
Gomes, nosso
results
CEO, que vai
for
trazer essa
2025.
primeira
And I
fase da
will
visão geral dos
give the
negócios, os
floor
principais destaques
to a
da
person that
companhia
will
nesse primeiro
give the
trimestre de
main
2025. E,
highlights
na
for
sequência, eu
the
volto
first
para trazer um
quarter
pouco
of
mais de detalhes sobre os números da
2025.
companhia
And then I
nesse
will
primeiro
talk about the
trimestre de
numbers of the
2025.
company
Bom dia,
in this
Kleber. A
first
palavra é com você.
quarter. Good morning, the floor is yours.
Marcelo, obrigado pela
Uh,
introdução. Bom dia a
Thank you
todos.
for the
É um grande
introduction.
prazer
My name is Kleber.
poder
It's a
estar aqui
pleasure for
novamente,
me
né,
to be here
prestando
once
contas, explicando
again,
um pouquinho
explaining
dos
a little
últimos
bit
meses da
regarding
Ourofino
the
Saúde
last
Animal.
months on
Viemos num momento
Ourofino
bastante positivo,
regarding
né? O ano
animal
passado foi um
health.
ano que
And
nós
we had
fechamos bem,
a very
tivemos aí
positive moment.
vários lançamentos, uma
And the
boa
last year,
recuperação.
we had very
Começamos
good
o ano
launchings
positivamente
and we had
também,
a
né,
good
no meu
recovery. And
entendimento. A
we
gente
started the year
sabe que no
in
nosso
a very
negócio já há uma
positive
certa
way.
sazonalidade,
We know
especialmente
that
um negócio de bovinos,
our
que é o nosso negócio
business
principal.
is
Então,
seasonal,
o primeiro
so
trimestre é sempre um pouco
we
mais fraco,
always need to think about the
mas
first quarter
ali a
that it's
partir do segundo
a little bit
trimestre,
low at the
terceiro, quarto,
beginning,
são
but
trimestres muito
later
fortes, né? Isso
we have better
tem
results
lógica,
that
né,
are way
por causa
stronger.
do clima,
And we have
quando começa
explanations
os
due
momentos de
to the
chuva e com
climate
isso mais parasitas,
change and
mas também
also
pelas
rains,
feiras de
but
negócio. A gente sabe que lá no
also regarding the
terceiro trimestre nós temos
businesses
a
that
feira de
we have.
esteio, que é
And
bastante
the
relevante.
third
Aliás, esse ano estaremos
quarter, we have
com
a
bastante
fair
novidades lá na feira de
that is very
esteio,
important
então
for
vou
us, and
deixar
we
aqui uma
have
surpresa
the
para a
stale
turma.
fair that is
E
very
também,
important.
né, que é quando começa a
And
estação de
by the
monta, de
way, we have
reprodução, então
the
os números esquentam
production
muito para
and
frente.
other
Mas
things,
falando do
so the
primeiro
numbers
trimestre, nós
get
tivemos um
better soon.
trimestre em que todas as
So
unidades de
regarding
negócio
the
crescem,
first
né?
quarter, we had a
Destacando
quarter
que
that grew a
quando
lot,
falo de animais de
highlighting
produção,
that
eu tenho que
when
fazer o ajuste às
we talk
prosa
about
que tinha
production,
no ano passado e eu
we
tenho
need to
esse
discuss
ano.
what
E mas
happened the
todas as
last
unidades
year
que a
and
gente
what we
dava as
have
prosas
now. And
estão crescendo razoavelmente
lots
bem.
of units of
Por
products
outro
are
lado, a gente sempre
growing,
tem
and this is
comentado,
very
nós
good
estamos
for
num
us.
mercado bom, um mercado que
And by the
cresce, mas
other
não é um
side, we
mercado
have a
fácil,
market
um
that is
mercado que tem
growing
uma
and is
concorrência
not an easy
muito
market.
competente,
As
muito
you know,
forte,
you need to
assim como
be a
nós.
very competitive and
Então, é um
very
ano que a
strong
gente vai
as
estar ali
us.
brigando, né,
So
com os
it's a
melhores
year that
para
we are
fazer
fighting for
novamente
to
um ano
have
similar ao de
a year
2024, com bom
once
crescimento, com a
again
rentabilidade melhorando.
with a better
E a gente vê
growth
muito dessas
and
tendências aqui
compared to
nesse momento. Então,
2024.
a gente vê uma margem
And
bruta que está melhor que
we
no primeiro
have
trimestre.
the
E,
margin that
óbvio,
is
esse ano é
better
um ano que a gente fez um
in this
pouquinho mais de
quarter. And
investimento
in this year,
em forças
we
comerciais e
had
de
the gross
marketing. Então,
margin
a gente
growth.
espera também diluir um pouco desses
And this
investimentos
year,
ao
we
longo do
hope
ano com um
to
crescimento que será muito forte, com certeza.
increase our
Esse
investments.
crescimento está
And
alavancado em lançamentos.
also, this
Nos
is
últimos 12 meses,
highlighted by
lançamos
the
8 produtos,
launches
mas
in
quero destacar aqui
2025.
os
And we have
principais que
the
ocorreram
animals of
agora em
production.
2025 já. O
And
ano
I
já
would like
começou
to
com dois
highlight the
lançamentos de
main
classe
ones from
mundial, dois lançamentos super
2025. And we have
importantes.
some launchings
Lançamos
on
em
worldwide.
fevereiro
And
a
we launched it
Linvac,
on February.
nossa
Um,
vacina imunocastradora
Lean
suína,
back,
segunda do
the best
mundo.
option for the
Então, ficamos
freedom
muito
of
felizes com
choice.
esse desenvolvimento
And
interno que
this
foi
is
feito pelo
for
nosso time. O produto já
porks,
está a campo,
and
já
this
está
was made by our team.
em grandes
And
clientes, né?
this
Cliente
is
especial
part
já
of
operando um
our a
pouco, então
lots
os
of
outros já
clients, and
negociados
we
também começando a
have
operação. Então, assim, não tem
um,
dúvida nenhuma que esse
a
produto vai ter
lots of
sucesso, inclusive
other clients
eu
that are
acredito que
already
tem
buying this product, and I'm
uma
quite sure that this
possibilidade
product
de virar um
has a
produto global
huge
e a gente vai
potential to be
explorar isso um pouco mais
global,
para frente.
and we will
Nesse momento
expand
estamos aqui
that
muito focados em estabelecer
in the
bem essa operação,
future
porque uma
because we
vacina
are
que é
focused
vendida
on
na maioria das
establishing this
vezes
operation
aplicada, então nós
in
temos
a
todo ali um
more
trabalho
focused way. So
de servir os
sometimes
nossos clientes da melhor
we
forma
have
possível, a gente
this
quer fazer isso
service
muito
of
adequadamente. A vacina é
applying
muito
the
boa, os
vaccine,
resultados são
and that's
excelentes,
why we
então a gente
will
está
work with
muito
that, and we have excellent
esperançoso,
results.
né, com o
And
crescimento
we
dessa
have
vacina ao
lots
longo
of
dos
hope
próximos
with the
meses
growth
e
of
anos aí.
this
E
vaccine
como vocês já
for the
sabem, né, a
next
Ourofino fez
years.
grande
Uh,
trabalho de
so,
trazer
as you know, we had a great
para nós, porque
work
esse produto já está
to
no Brasil
bringing
há
this
algumas
product for
décadas,
us because
mas uma
this
negociação que nós
product
fizemos com a
is
LG
in Brazil for
da
decades,
Coreia,
but we had a
a mesma
negotiation
LG
with
que faz ali
the
os
Korean
equipamentos
market,
eletrônicos, mais conhecido pelos
a
equipamentos
company
eletrônicos,
that
mas é um
worked with
gigante
electronic products with LG, but they have their division of chemicals, and they produce this boosting. But this was produced by another competitors here in Brazil, but now this product is in our hands, is with us, and this will help us in our growth. Besides that, this is a product that brings an increase on the milk production, and this is very important. So we are talking about health, well-being, and we are talking about healthcare. So besides that, we also have our presence on the milk production, and our milk portfolio is very good. So with all these tools, we have a great work, and the boost started to be sold in April, and we have great expectations, and we have another launching that is being organized for June, and I will talk about this product on the second quarter. So as I commented, we had a good growth. So I would like to comment regarding the structure of the company. We have a very good structure. You have been doing a very good work. So everything is very good in all senses. So Marcelo will talk about it later, but the introduction regarding the capital is very good. We have 120 million during the quarter, and we had another amount, significant amount in April, and a new investment from Finep regarding our dividends, and we generated a cash flow, and we increased everything, improving everything. So we have a very good perspective on the financing level. So we have an excellent financing perspective, and we have the expectations to be very strong this year and in the future. Thank you so much, and I give the floor to Marcelo to talk about the numbers. And I am at your disposal at the end of the presentation if you have any doubts. Marcelo, the floor is yours. Thank you, Kleber. So continuing with the presentation of the financial results of the company, we had a growth of 6.3 in the first quarter, and we had the gross margin increased in 48.5% in the period. So we had the highest numbers since 2021, and we have to show it with details because this shows the increase of the participation of the PET unit, and also the international transactions that were included to a better performance of the company. So we had a growth on PET and international hirings, and this brings a lot of money to the company. So following to the second unit, just a moment, to the cattle sector. We had production animals regarding cattle. So this is important to be said because we had a revenue that grew, and we had a 6.2% of growth. We had, regarding the foot and mouth disease, a net revenue growth of 6.2%, and we also had a growth on porks, and also we mentioned it that the first quarter reveals the the total increase of the unit, as you can see. So everything is captured here. So we have some launchings that were done on the second and the third quarter, and fairs, and a lots of parts. So the tendency is to have a decrease of the sales for the next quarter, bringing a lots of gross margin for the production. So we have to mention that the pigs line is a line that is growing because we did investments in regarding the launching of products and investment on structure of sales to support the increase in the next years. Following for the pets, we had the growth of 7.9 and the net revenue of 36.6 million. And it's a business that is growing, and in the last years, in all the quarters, it's something that was growing, and it's bringing money to the company in all senses. And we've been working on the management of demands and everything, and we've been working with the profitability of the company, and we had the growth of 7.9%, and considering all the data, as you can see. The international units operation had a growth of 45.1% compared to the first quarter 2024, and this growth reflects the high sales volume in the period, mainly in Mexico and Colombia. And Mexico and Colombia exports in more than 14 countries in Latin America, and these countries represented a very representative growth. And we had a unit that was very expressive, and we had better numbers, and we had the gross profit that is 64.2% of the margin, representing the growth of 11.3%. And regarding the SG&A, we had the first quarter of 2025, and compared to 2024, we had a growth, and this represents the investments on commercial and marketing and the business. So this was an investment that was needed to support the business growth in this year and in the next year. So we hope we have results regarding these investments for the revenue of the company. So we have the investments and research and development. So we had reached the 9.9 of net revenue in the first quarter, and we had 18.7 million of investments. So the increase of amount of expenses on investments may press the margin of the results of the company, because if you remember, we can see that the investments on research should not be considered as expenses, but future expenses. So this might press a little bit the results, and we might have a little bit more of expenses, because this was part of the expenses, and we had also expenses with the commercial, and this brings us a little bit of pressure on the first quarter of 2025, and the next quarters we have the plans to deliver better numbers. That this is what happened in 2024 too. And regarding cash flow, bringing a little bit more of information, we finished it, and the cash availability of 148.5 million of cash availability, and considering the the structures and our capital structure and the capacity of the company to keep with this agenda after this operation. We had the approval of the assembly that of 57.7 million on the first quarter. And we have a very robust cash flow that is embedded by the results of the company. And and this only happens due to the results of the first quarter of 2025. So we closed the last year with a leverage of 0.9 leverage EBITDA. And the company always had a management that is non-conservative, but was adequate, was customized regarding the Brazilian market, but was very low in 2024. And although we need the operation on the generation of capital, we closed the trimester or the quarter with 0.9 leverage. And we do not have in our economical policies the leverage for the company in the next years to have conditions to finance our growing with our own cash flow. And we need to keep the agenda of the most relevant investments, focusing on investments on and innovation. And the EBITDA closes and with these numbers, as you can see, to keep the agenda of growing. Besides that, we have a structure of the capital. So we have the long-term debt that we have, and we have the aging of the bank debt. And looking forward, regarding the 85%, most of them will expire in more than 5 years. So this gives us a little bit of comfort in this sense. So in regarding our investments, we have general comfortable results. So this is the end of my presentation. I come back to Kleber. I give the floor to Kleber if you have any questions. So I'm at your disposal. So Marcelo, I'm here.
Bom, Marcelo, obrigado. Como eu tô
Well,
avaliando aqui,
Marcelo,
não temos
thank you
nenhuma
so
pergunta
much.
no chat,
Since
então eu
I'm
vou
seeing
encerrar.
here the chat, we do not
Queria
have any
agradecer novamente a
questions
todos,
so
né,
far.
pela
So thank
participação.
you everyone for
Dizer que
your
nós estamos bastante
participation.
confiantes também para
And we
realizar
are
um
very
ótimo ano,
confident
ano
to
de muito
have
trabalho, mas
an
também de muitas
amazing
novidades,
year
de
next year
lançamentos, como a gente já
with
fez alguns e vai fazer
launchings.
outros,
And
e
as
também
since we did
um ano
some,
de
we will
crescimento e
do
desenvolvimento.
others.
Agradeço a
And I
todos
hope
e
we have
vamos em frente
a
aí
year
para
of very
concluir
good
nosso
profitability.
segundo trimestre agora.
So we are
Um
there
abraço a
to
todos.
finish our second quarter in the future.